Hello and welcome to another episode of DCP Plus Side Quest. I assume this is going to be the marathon episode, honestly.
It's a pretty good chance.
May have been
Pretty good chance.
playing
Pretty
a
good
little
chance.
bit. It's a little bit of marathon.
How's everybody doing? We had a week off. It felt good. It wasn't a full week. It was like a week and a half, but it almost felt like a vacation. And I had a birthday party, which was fun.
Oh,
That's
happy
great.
birthday.
Thank you. We went
What'd you drink?
I had Fresh. You ever heard of Fresh? It's a brewery in New Britain, Connecticut. And
Okay, I'm not familiar with them.
we had pitchers, which I didn't think were a thing anymore. I think that was one of the things. I
It
thought that
comes
was
in
one of the
pints.
things we lost in
Yeah.
in COVID. Like, oh, nobody wants to share a pitcher of beer anymore because we're all gross, disgusting animals.
Mm-hmm.
But it was fun. We had a nice party.
Yeah, heck yeah.
I'm very old
Good,
now.
I'm glad.
Very old.
Did you get
I
any
feel
more?
that.
Did you collect any more hobbies for your birthday? Any Warhammer,
Yeah.
kayaks, golfing sims?
I actually, Mylan, I have been on eBay selling hobbies. I'm like, I need to make some room in this house.
Yeah.
So I've
You
been
Does
better
anybody
not
want
sold
these
the
half-painted Warhammer figs?
I've been selling a bunch of stuff on eBay. Just like I need to make room. I don't want to like put it in storage. Like some of it's just gonna lose value. Like I got like 3 VR headsets. How many VR headsets do I need?
Yeah.
Let's get rid of them. You know,
It's like all your hobbies are Warhammer, unpainted, not barely used.
I painted them all. I think I
Near
like the
mint
painting the
condition.
best, actually.
Yeah,
I can see how that'd be really cathartic, you know?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very relaxing.
Yeah. I've thought about it many times, but I've also thought I'd like money, so maybe not.
It does seem like a good
And
time to be
time.
saving money.
Definitely.
Facts.
Huge.
What you guys been
Well,
up
we all
to
been
all
playing
week?
a marathon 24/7, baby.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yep, it's been a lot of marathon.
Were you able to get
Been a
Fran
lot.
in?
Yeah.
How's
a couple
your
times.
friendship going? That's really what I want to know.
I want to know, Mylan, what does Steam say your playtime is?
72 hours.
Yeah, I figured.
What do you got?
I'm 57 hours.
I'm at 51.
Uh-huh.
You have 20 hours more than me, and I'm like 10 levels higher than you.
Yes. I am so addicted to the new map or outpost. Well, I guess it's not new anymore, but the outpost map. And I've just been completely and utterly neglecting all my contracts and just ratting up this map. I love it so much. I can't help myself. I just finished a match then before the podcast.
Are you playing mostly trios or solos?
Bit of both. So I usually do trios in the morning with Watts. Watts is just gathering people to play each morning, which has been really fun. We play with Marco Meatball. We play with T-Rex.
Play with
I did
Tefty.
play with Tefty.
Play with him.
Fran, when we can nab Fran.
Fran was on like
Who
launch
else did we-
day. Yeah.
Yeah, on launch day. Yeah. And then I've been slamming solos. I really like solos. Like in the afternoons,
same.
I just sneak around and do solos, and it's been very enjoyable.
Yeah, of my
Very
57
enjoyable.
hours, I have only had one trios set. Well, no, I can't say. I've had 2 sessions playing trios. But the rest, I've got at least
Really?
50 hours of solos in.
Wow.
Oh, Solar King.
I'm hooked.
Yeah. Well, so you didn't really quite get into Arc Raiders, right? Like,
No,
no.
I've never
And-
really gotten into any extraction shooter. I've tried
Yeah, I was gonna
several,
say-
just never.
Mhm.
I've bounced off them really fast.
And
But I don't know,
when
Marathon's
did
got-
Marathon click? When did you think, okay, like I get it
This
now?
is my first session. Like I didn't do the server slam, but that original alpha I played, and I was like, meh. And so I kind of thought, well, I'll give Marathon a fair shake. But I was working hard on some projects when Server Slam was out. I was trying to wrap up some Rivals content, so I didn't get around to it. So I just bought it on launch day and thought, okay, I said I'd give it a fair shot. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do exactly that. And it was like as soon as the kids, went to bed that night, I was like, "Get me back on. I need to get back on right now." And I've been like that ever since. It's the first time in a while I've felt that a game has had its hooks in me so badly that I need to get back on and I need to play some more.
Strangely, I actually think the solo experience gives people a more ideal experience to what it can be quicker, I think, than trios. Trios can just feel like a little bit hectic, bit overwhelming, and like I don't get it. But I feel like if
Mm.
you go solo almost straight away and like slow ball, there's lots of atmosphere, there's lots of tension. I think you get
Oh
that
yeah.
like that high a little bit quicker than like trios feeling like a battle royale or something where you just kind of getting a fight, lose kind of deal and
Yeah.
like kind of creeping through the map and collecting loot, getting salvaged, getting contracts done. So that's cool. Because I think for my release, I was like, oh man, I don't know if it's there. And then like after day 2, I was like, okay, yeah, I mean, really enjoying it. What's
Yeah,
is like surprised me. I was like, yay, what's like to FPS
I'm loving it.
extraction game.
Yeah, it's really,
Huge.
really good. It's like I don't want to play anything else. It's because it's like I haven't, even though I'm at like 52 hours or whatever, I haven't really scratched the surface in terms of getting builds together at all. Because
Yeah.
I don't have, I've experienced like maybe 3 gold things, but it's just been like attachments for guns mostly. So it's like, okay, I can turn this gun into something like slightly different, but I haven't really gotten much that's I've been able to compile into a build yet. So I haven't got anywhere near doing that
Mm.
yet. And I'm still trying out all the characters and,
Who's your
seeing the
favorite shell so
nuances.
far?
I really like Thief a lot.
It was so good.
I've been really enjoying Recon as well. Recon has
Mhm.
been good. Like her little spider drone is just so good. If you're wanting to push in and you throw that thing at them before you go in,
Oh,
they're overheated, they're taking damage, like it's a bad time for them. Yeah, so those 2 I've really kind of enjoyed a lot. I haven't played a lot of Vandal or Destroyer yet.
mm. TV
Uh, I I have
assassin.
not played anybody except for one shell. Every single one of my minutes played in marathon has been
It's
one
gonna be
shell.
assassin. What is it?
It's
Assassin?
it's Vandal. I'm
Really?
Vandal.
I'm I'm hooked. I don't even want to play anybody else because
Yeah.
Really?
her kit is so fun, dude. Especially once you get like even her basic cores, like her one of her first green cores you unlock makes it so that her um every time you slide, you do signal jammer. So the full duration of because she gets that extended power slide,
Yeah.
so you're pushing people sliding uphill, signal jammed. It's she like nobody gets away from you with her, and you can also like her arm cannon, the other main core you get, the other green core makes it so that when you charge up that blast, from her arm, it not only does it knock people like off of roofs or out of cover, but it also pings them and tags them on your HUD as well, which makes it like in solo play, dude.
Mhm.
Like if you get the drop on somebody, I mean, they're fighting an uphill battle.
That's crazy because a lot, like I would say 90% of my solo matches are assassins.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
everyone's ratting as assassins in
Yeah.
solo play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big off meta from TV. What a surprise.
Oh yeah, I have no sympathy for the assassins and solos.
You
How
shut
how
your
big
little
a
mouth.
difference are there between the different, uh they're not characters, you call them frames, is that right?
Shells.
Shells.
Shells, sorry.
Massive. They're
Huge.
all like yeah,
Yeah.
then again, some of them kind of feel like all offshoots of a hunter. Like Vandal's kind of like the mobility hunter, Assassin's like the void hunter that goes invis, but they play very differently. Like, and there's a lot of counterplay as well. Like, Recon's pretty hard counter to Assassins because they go invis and smoke. Then Recon can pop their ult and then see them through the smoke. And so yeah, you gotta if the fight doesn't end immediately, you usually get like some really nice back and forth, like
Mhm.
hero plays essentially, which is really nice because sometimes extraction shooters are just you feel like I couldn't do anything. Like I just died, I couldn't do anything. Like that kind of sucks. Whereas I feel like when I play marathon, often I'm like, I could have played that better. I forgot about this ability, had a bit of
Mhm.
equipment, I made too much noise. So yeah, I really like all the shells feel broken in their own way, to be honest. Like they all, if you use them properly, they all
Yeah.
excel
And
really
there's
well.
like, and it's not just your shell. Like there's so many. I feel like even pushing 60 hours, I have so much work to do because you're not just trying to level up your kit for your shells, but you're also like, okay, well, which faction am I going to really full send on? Because this one's going to give me access to these gadgets, and this one's going to give me access to these buffs, and
Yeah.
I've got so much work to do, and that's I love that feeling of being like, oh my gosh, I just got to
There's
pick.
heaps to learn, yeah.
Yeah, there's so much to do. I just got to pick something and get moving.
Yeah. So I had my kind of first build yesterday where I felt like a huge power jump, and
Yeah.
I ended up looting 3 implants, and they were basically all like a knife build. So one of them had like backstab gives toxic. One of them had crouching tiger, where if you crouch for a bit, it increases your melee damage. And then one of them had crowd control, which is if you kill with melee, you get more melee buff. And you can go past 100, and I think my melee was sitting at 155, and you could just basically go invis with the 100 and just stab everything, and it
stabs,
just
yeah.
dies. Yeah,
Yeah.
2 stab like bosses and stuff, and you're like donk donk, and they just fall over. And I was like, oh man, that's like really fun running
Yeah, there's
around with
some
like an invis build and smokes and just like
yeah.
literally knifing everything.
There's
Super
some
cool.
goofy stuff in there. I was taking a look at some stuff in advance as well. And once you get a little bit towards the higher end, there's an interesting combination I want to try. But there's 2 things you can couple together, implants and a core, that make it so A, you're 100% resistant to like immune to fall damage. You don't take fall damage. But then there's also I think it's an implant that makes it so that when you fall from a an elevated position, it just says a great fall. Your impact does a big AoE that
Oh
does
yeah, knockback.
damage and
Yeah.
knockback. So can you imagine if you're immune to fall damage and you drop from like 3 stories up into the middle of a team and they scatter and their shields break? Like that could be really fun
That
to
could be
play
really
around
fun.
with.
Yeah. Yeah, that
I was
sounds good.
playing solo and on the final exfil, and I had part of this knife build that does toxic damage, and the Titan destroyer was having his shield up, and he must have had a core that reflects it. So I was just like goofing around hitting it with my heavy, and then I died to my own toxic,
Oh
which
no.
reflected back to me. I
That's
was
actually
like, oh
amazing.
my god. So good. So good.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cool things that you can do. Like, I didn't get to mess around with the Thief's one where after a grapple, your melee hacks them and they drop random loot
Oh.
out their pockets. That just sounds really funny to just
Yeah.
grapple in and
My
start
stuff,
smacking them
no.
and they're just losing
You're
everything.
just
Yeah.
cutting holes in people's pockets so they
Yeah.
just fall
Yeah.
out as they run.
And being hacked is disorienting. Like,
Yeah.
you are just,
Oh
your whole
yeah.
screen is just taken.
You can
I
spec into resistance so it doesn't last as
Yeah.
long too, which is helpful.
mm,
Lots of
I got
counterplay.
yeah,
Lots of it. Yeah.
exactly.
I think
Yeah.
that's actually like in general, this is gonna sound bad on Bungie, but I feel like with Destiny, there's been a lot of bugs and a lot of like clearly this was gonna be a problem things that have come out in recent years. And with Marathon, I feel like anytime we try to do something cheesy, there's been a couple things, but anytime we try to do something cheesy, they're like, God damn it, they thought about that. Or like the counterplay, the assassin, he goes invisible and he has smoke, which can block your sight, but thief can see through it with the visor. The thermal can see through it with the
Mm,
thermal scope. So everything has a really nice counter to it. And it always feels like there's something I could do or could have on me or could play to counter what I'm experiencing.
mm. I like it a lot. I got
I'm really
a
enjoying it.
I think pretty sure it was an implant called Logic Bomb. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's kind of like Firefly, whatever, where you get like an explosion, but the
Mm.
explosion is a hacking wave.
Oh,
So if
interesting.
Oh.
when you kill a USEC, a UESC, a like hack wave goes out and hacks everything next to it.
Oh, that's
So you
great.
that's
literally
nice.
just get an elimination, and then everything's just going, ugh, just like walking around hacked.
Yeah, I like that a lot. That's great.
Yeah, yeah,
I-
it's really good for
I'm
like solo and getting through the like command wing and stuff like that. You
sure.
can take no damage.
I ended up going like full sending on the Mida faction, and I just have my vault is 50% throwables. And
Yeah,
when
I
I'm
reckon
doing
that's
solo
huge.
play and I'm trying to take down, like going after boss fights, or even if I'm doing like, have you tried doing solo containment? Is that what it's called on Dire Marsh, where you have to
Yeah,
go to the three different
lockdown.
lockdown? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I just stack a bunch of the EMP throwables
yeah.
because they spawn pretty close to each other. And you toss those down, and they all kind of like do that. Yeah, and it's a good way to go through those guys. But I love using throwables. I'm pretty hooked on claymores, EMP grenades. The toxic
Claymores are
grenades are
so good.
nasty. Claymores are so
Mhm.
good.
They're so strong.
How much of the game is PvP and how much of it is PvE at this point?
I would say like 80-20, like PvP, PvE or something like that.
Yeah.
There's a decent amount of PvE, but I feel like you're almost guaranteed to get in a fight every match, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh
the
yeah.
threat of
If
PvP
not
is a
multiple.
constant.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. And
Like
Yeah.
since the threat of it is constant, it's constantly on your mind. So you feel like every minute feels like
yeah,
potentially PvP. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I've had some good rook runs where people have spared me as well on Prox chat, like multiple
Uh-huh.
times where I've like begged for my life. one
Please.
guy, one guy literally downed me. He's like, "Sorry, sorry." And I'm like, I'm a rook. Please let me self-res." And then his mates must have convinced him in Discord because he couldn't hear him, and they're like, "Let me get up," and I just ran away.
I have no mercy on rooks because in the few
Ways.
trio runs I've done that
Savage.
I've been derailed by rooks at Xville too many times.
Well, rooks are getting strong
That's
now.
fair.
Yeah, because
Rooks are
Yeah,
and
getting
that's
those
the thing.
strong.
Yeah,
upgrades
you
are
level up those
crazy.
factions. It's like suddenly rooks have shotguns and claymores, and you know what I mean. It's like I don't trust them.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going in with like 3 claymores now, and like I haven't got the shotgun yet, but pimped
I think
out.
you're a rook. You know the risks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My thing is if a rook looks like he's gonna shoot me, then he's going down. Or especially if I see any shot come out of a rook, the rook is dead. Or if I was panicked before I saw them. Because like if we've just been in a massive fight
Yeah,
where
they
Yeah.
we've
get
been
murdered.
fighting like one team and another team's coming, if I see you running, I'm just gonna shoot. I'm scared.
Or if it's a day that ends in Y, then
Yeah.
I had a really cool interaction actually where we killed, it was like I think it was 12 people on Dire Marsh, and then a rook showed up. I just thought he was a robot, so I shot him, and then he died so quickly. And then I felt kind of bad. I had a self revive in my pocket, so I gave him the self revive. He picked it up, he revived, and he was able to get all of the loot from, because we killed so many people, we couldn't pick
Yeah.
up all of their loot. It was impossible. So I was like, he might as well go and get it. So that was really nice. Killing everyone, got a bunch of stuff done. Res the rook, he got a bunch of loot. That was nice.
Did he say anything?
I have prox chat turned off.
Oh.
Yeah, completely. I don't see it. I can't hear it. Someone who I'm playing with will have to tell me.
I hear it, but I
Yep.
don't do it.
I love talking shit. I love
That
going
does
in.
not surprise me.
I love going in as a rook, right? And like if you know someone's in like say outpost and you got 3 claymores, I just set them up and then I just go start spamming the rook line so they can confirm that you're a rook and not a team, and then
Yeah.
just talk mad shit and see if you get them to push it. I'm like, bro, you got a purple shield. I can't believe you wouldn't push a rook. And then friendly rook, like whatever his like voice lines are. See if you can bait him into doing something stupid.
When I was playing a lot of Hunt Showdown, I definitely liked playing with the proximity chat on, just because it created so many hilarious moments. Like people were
Yeah.
looking for you, and you could hear them talking as they they were like searching around. It would be really funny, but definitely not always stream safe.
Right,
Not
that's
always
right. Yeah.
stream safe. Yeah.
No, it does lead to some really great moments. I had one interaction. I was so upset that I wasn't recording when it happened, but it was like right off a spawn in Dire Marsh. I was like, I'd run upstairs to get a cup of coffee while I was queuing, and it must have loaded in really quick. Because when I got down to my office, it was like it had already started. I heard footsteps, and I was right by that decon room, by greenhouse or whatever that spawn. And this dude with a blue shield, I was on a free kit. No, I wasn't on a free kit. I had claymores, but a white shield. Anyways, he pops my shield, so I ran into the decon room, which is all glass, right? So he walks up to the glass, and we're looking at each other through it. He didn't realize I'd claymored the doors. And so he knew he ripped my shield, but he was like, "Do you want to team up?" And I shook my head, no. Okay, you want to fight? Okay, here it comes. He opens the door, bam.
Amazing.
funny.
It's just so fun. It's
I
just
love
there's
it.
so many moments like that.
Yeah.
And that's what
Yeah.
really makes me keep coming back.
I was using Destroyer and I thought, you know what? I can get voice comms better if I put a shield up. So as soon as I saw a player, I'd put the shield up so they couldn't kill me. Then I would go, "You want to do this? You want to do this? You want to team up?" And people are like, yeah, we can team up." I'm like, "Okay, great." And then we like go around and find keys together.
How much of a
Dude,
reason in this game is there to team up?
not really.
Not really.
Not at the moment, yeah. I think in Cryo Archive, that if there could be a reason, that might be pretty hard and a lot of good loot in there. But then they might kill you at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always the risky
So
run.
like, as an example, getting into like the pinwheel and outpost, you need key cards, and where the key cards are, a lot of players spawn. So if you want to go quick, you're gonna get caught out. So like I've been teaming up and like not shooting and just like basically collecting all the key cards and then leaving my part, because then when we get in the pinwheel, then it's just like a kind of free for all. Everyone's just like shooting everyone, and you can't keep track of who your friends are and who aren't. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like there could be some benefits to like quickly get things like key cards if you know the spawns, but then like then I got caught out because I thought this guy was my friend and he was like another assassin that just shot me. I was like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I can't do that. But Rook is different too, though. Like Rook kind of plays differently. You can beg for forgiveness as a Rook and see if they're either going to be a TV or they're going to be a Watts. From there. But I mean, teams aren't ever teaming up. You're only ever going to see it on a Rook or a solo run, I reckon.
Mhm.
Do you guys have any? I actually haven't even really thought about it, so I don't have the answer myself. Do you have any thoughts on like any criticisms of it? Because I'm having a great time and I don't have like super criticisms of the game. Do you have any thoughts of like? Oh, actually,
Yeah,
no,
the
I do.
audio change in the
Yeah,
first
did you like that?
patch. No.
You don't
No, I
like you can
don't.
hear it more?
No, I don't. Mainly because I feel like the distance is just too far. I think it's just a
Mhm.
little too far. You know, being able to hear essentially two POIs away. It's because I play a lot of Dire Marsh, and it's relatively confined, but I feel like I'm hearing stuff from.
Yeah, I might agree with you there too. I haven't
Yeah.
really given it too much thought, but I feel like
Like
we
if it's
kind of
one
built a
POI over,
pattern.
I'm cool with that, right? I want to know what's happening over there, but
Yeah, next door. Yeah, not
yeah.
like
Yeah,
across the map.
I was actually really surprised when I saw that update because I really thought that the audio was pretty good and I can hear from pretty far away before the patch. So it's like I know when there's someone, like you said, in the next POI next to me. I don't need to know that someone's like super far away. It's definitely
Yeah.
going to create more third partying. And I actually think after the first like day or so, the amount of PvP encounters that you got into was pretty well balanced, and you weren't getting third partied a ton. Of course, it's going to happen because if you end up being unlucky and getting into a fight and a team hears it because they're nearby, like it's going to happen. But now that you can hear from so far away, if you're in an extended fight with a team, you're just like you're sitting duck.
Yeah, in solos it can be a pain because it's moss to a flame. I had a fight today where it ended up being 4 of us, where I heard shots next door. I go over just in time to see one guy kill another guy, and then I killed the winner of that fight. And as soon as I killed the winner of that fight, a 4th person showed up, and then my shields were down, and then he got to clean up everything. But it just felt like that might be a little too much.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Like let these you want these to be 15, 20, 25-minute runs because the map is consistently getting better stuff, better enemies, better events as time goes on. And you don't want to thin the herd out too quickly because arguably even the fights are better later on when people are more
Yeah.
kitted up, and it's less of like oh, just dump a mag on whoever saw who first wins, like it is at the
Mm.
beginning of the round. I feel like there's more interesting counterplay and better fights later in the match. So, anyways, that's kind of my 2 cents on that. But other than that, I don't have a ton of criticism right now. It's still pretty
Yeah.
young.
I don't
I would
either. I'm really enjoying like the lore. I'm enjoying the overall story that they're telling. The audio log stuff has some crazy stuff in there that you're like, "Oh god, that's kind of unnerving." The all of the guns that I've used feel great. Movement feels great. All of the classes feel fun in their own way. I like all of the maps. I like that they're all different and I have different reasons to go to them. I do think a good change in the patch was that there's more healing items on perimeter because now when you're getting low on heals, you can say, "Oh, let's go do a perimeter run and like look for heals." And that
Mhm.
kind of makes it a nice loop. So, I really don't have a lot of criticism, honestly. Like so far, I am just really enjoying everything that I'm playing and I want to play more.
I have a couple things, and I reckon you
Mm.
agree with them when I bring them up. They're just like quality of life things, like
Mm.
looting mods off weapons is an absolute
Mm,
Oh,
pain. Like
yes, that
in
is a
raid,
pain.
like
that is a pain
you've
in the
got to
ass.
equip it, and then you've got to hold down F. It's not a quick process. I would love for there to be a quicker way
And I
Yeah.
to
tried to do
get.
exactly that today, but I forgot. I was like, "Oh, but if I'm not in a raid, holding F sells the mod. It doesn't unequip it."
Yes,
So I
Yeah.
sold a purple mod today, and I was like, "That son of a gosh dang."
Because
there
sometimes the
there is.
buttons can
Yes,
change too, like when you're
yes.
picking something up and dropping something in your menu versus on the floor versus you have it
The,
on you. It's a
My
different
brain still
button.
hasn't worked out. Sometimes it's like a hold left click to install, and then sometimes it's tap left click and that will install it. But if you've already got an item on that's the same, then it has to be held. Or if you
Yeah.
just left click, then it goes in your bag, then you have to hold it. Or
Yeah.
if there's
I think
some,
when it's in your bag,
then it's just left click.
you can just hit it because it swaps it.
Yes,
But when it's out
yes.
of your bag, you have to
You have to
hold.
hold it.
So, yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So there
So
there are
it's very
some
confusing. Yeah.
like looting controls that feel inconsistent. They're like it's one thing in one area, then it's something else,
Yeah.
elsewhere, right?
Oh, you know
So
what?
that
I haven't done a lot of prox chat, so I didn't bring this up, but
toggle.
controller doesn't have a good way to do prox chat, especially as you
Mm,
have to hold.
oh, yeah, they need toggle.
If they could just add a toggle button, even if it's, I click one button 2 times or whatever, or hold something down, I think that would
Well,
be good.
they just need to have a toggle keybind
Yeah.
like every other game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you can if you want
it needs to be
if you want to
toggled.
hold, you can hold. If you want to toggle, you can toggle.
Yeah.
Um, there are other things I would love the end screen to have a little bit more data on it, like damage done to
You're
Yeah.
right.
runners,
Yeah.
damage done to UESC. Um,
Nox.
I
I
don't
want
know if
Nox in there. I want that's the
Nox.
if they're gonna add anything, I want Nox because for people who haven't played, like you knock a player and then you finish them.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah,
you could arguably say that getting the knock is more important than the finish
Right.
numbers. Because if someone on your team has knocked like 8 people, but they
yes,
didn't finish any of them, you don't. It doesn't actually tell you what you accomplished in a match, and it's not just like a vanity thing, although it is right. You want to be like, hey, look, I did do stuff. But it also
yeah,
just helps you know what you have done in a match and if you could have done
Yep.
yeah,
better. So
yeah, yeah,
information is always helpful.
yeah. And on that note, I wish it told you what gun you were killed with. Like, I want to see
Uh-huh.
what
Mm,
gun they
Yeah,
were using
I
and
agree.
what mods they had on it and how juiced it was, so I can then go, okay, fair play. You just beamed you with like a purple. Good on ya.
yeah,
And I had like a white shield. Like, it would be
that's
nice to
fair.
see the enemy weapon as well. Um, there are some perks on that end screen that are confusing. Like, I don't know if you ever looked at materialist. It's like not super clear of how
It's
many
not, no.
materials it's giving you. It just says like transmuted, which kind of doesn't really apply to materialist. Kind of applies to the other perks that increase guns value when you exfil, because it's kind of saying like, oh, the weapon's transmuted, it's getting like more power or whatever. Materialist is actually like literally generating more materials for you, and it's not super clear. That's pretty much. Oh, and one final thing: barter items. I wish you could track the actual material you need to barter, not the item itself. So,
Mm.
like, if you look at shields, if you click track on the shield, it tracks the shield, not the unstable diodes you need to make the shields.
Oh, interesting. I didn't even know it did that.
Yeah. So if
I've
you
been
when
I've
we
been in my upgrade tracking because every time I go to
yes,
the things and I'm like, okay, what do I want to unlock from the factions? I realize I want to unlock everything in every faction. So I'm kind of just tracking everything at this point
I do the
because I keep
same.
going, I want
Yeah.
that, track that, I
Yeah.
Yeah.
want that, track that.
Yeah. But I think what's going to happen when we get to endgame and we have really good barter items, like you're going to be able to barter for a purple gun or a purple shield or whatever, you're actually going to want to track what that barter item salvage is. And I don't think there's a way to do that without going through your upgrade tree at the moment. So that would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be
But yeah, see, all of that's just kind of like
just
looting
quality of
life,
UI, quality
kind
of
of stuff.
life
Yeah. It's not
stuff,
like
which not
changing the
huge.
fundamentals of the game and having to like
Yeah,
start again.
yeah.
I think they've made a really good game. I think it's really, really good.
I think it's
Yep.
exceptional. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a very good entry into extraction shooters. It's very within the niche of extraction shooters, but it's different enough to have its own market
Hmm.
with the build crafting and the
The
space
world,
vibes and
lore.
the world and the
Yeah.
lore. It excels with all of that. The storytelling is much better than personally I think than Tarkov and Arc Raiders, just because of the vendors and the quality of the voice acting. Um, the questing is always pretty typical, like fetch quest, but I don't know what you really do about that. I mean, there's environmental storytelling and when you're picking stuff up and what you're doing, the world's kind of changing, but you know, it's always kind of going to be a bit fetch questy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just how these are.
It's not like a single player campaign. Can't expect that.
Yeah, yeah, and you also don't want to be sitting there listening to someone yap while you're in the middle of a gunfight as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. Oh, can't wait to play more. I'm
Yeah,
pretty.
and that's the show, everybody. Let's get back to.
I'm deep. I'm deep in it.
I
I am
know.
too.
I'm
It's
really enjoying it. I
God,
really,
it's
Cat
really
Beast
fun.
am.
also in chat asked if any of us had it on their fantasy team. I don't know if anybody did.
No,
I think
we all
Metacritic
avoided
is
it.
putting it at 75 right now, which in my opinion is low.
I think so too.
I think also so there's been this whole thing that Bungie is telling reviewers not to review the game until Cryo Archive is out. That is not the case. Bungie is just saying like we have this thing that is being unlocked by the community that's going to come out and it's going to be like a big part of this loop of the game. So they were just saying like, if you want to hold off on your review until Cryo Archive is out, that makes sense because then you have like the actual
The
picture,
full
the full
game.
picture of the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like when Vault of Glass came out for Destiny, right? Like all the reviews were out before Vault of Glass came out, and Vault of Glass kind of changed everything. That was one of the first
Yeah,
kind of experiences
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And I do kind of feel like Perimeter and Diamash is a bit better. Like I'm not a huge fan of Perimeter, and I feel like it is actually a really slow start for players, but it's also kind of like you need to have people with a slow start.
Now
Like if you
that's the
chucked them
thing. Yeah.
in
Oh my god.
Outpost, you would just be like, this is too
They'd
fucking
quit
hard. So it's
because
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm,
there was no real way to do it. And the thing is,
Yeah.
I think if Cryo Archive comes out and it's like another whole different experience from Outpost, that's just gonna be insanely good because Outpost just plays so much differently than
Yeah.
Diamash plays, and Diamash plays differently than Perimeter, but like slightly different. Like Outpost is like feels like a different game, and if Archive does the same thing, like you're gonna have some really great maps with different play experiences, which I think is just like hugely valuable.
I'm
And
enjoying
also
Perimeter.
like, yeah, end goal.
All my golds are
Dude,
from there.
Perimeter
Yeah.
Just
locker
like
rooms.
boss fights or
Keys, yeah. Big
Dude,
keys.
the keys
The keys are
so
insane.
fucking huge.
The
They're
keys are
so big.
ridiculous. Yeah, you can find them on like anything, pretty much, it feels like. You can kind of find them all over the place. I open like a rinky dinky bag and I'm like, oh, there's a damn key in here.
Really?
And even like the the cache can sometimes have some pretty good stuff in it. It's definitely less likely that you're gonna find something really good, but it can have pretty good stuff in there. So like we were doing perimeter because we were like, let's just run free kit. We've got a key that we want to use later, but we're all low on heals. They buff the heals. Let's see if we can get some healing items and shield items from perimeter. And then we found like another key and we got a cache and that had some good stuff in it. So then we went back in and we ended up getting looted on perimeter. Big looted.
Big looted.
Big looted.
Dude,
Yeah.
the locked rooms have like more loot than you can carry most of the
Oh
time.
yeah.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Which is nice.
You,
Really
you
nice.
get in there as a solo and you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to
Yeah.
do.
Yup. Yup.
It's the worst when you get those keys on a free kit run and you don't have a backpack and you're like, oh no, gosh, what do I do? I have
and they
had it
don't give you a
before.
backpack.
Yeah, I've had it before where I had 3 smoke grenades. And then I was like, I got into one of the locked rooms in Greenhouse as a solo, and I was like, there's an extract not too far away. I dumped all of my ammo, picked up as much as I could, and then popped the Vandal Prime ability, which makes her run really fast for an extended period of time, and just booked it straight to the exfil with no gun. Well, I had guns,
Wow.
but I had no ammo, and I just threw the
Yeah.
smokes down. Like, okay, here we go.
Yep.
Let me get out of here.
Yup. You know you're having a good run when you're actually dumping ammo for shit. You're
Yeah.
like,
Don't need
yeah.
this. Don't need that.
And that's another thing I really like is that I can be real down on my luck having a real bad time. We can do one free kit run and I can walk out with like all purples.
Oh yeah.
Like it's possible to go from absolutely nothing to just
Yeah.
top tier
yeah.
stuff. Because when I was playing with
Yeah.
Mylan the other day, I fought a thief and I was on a thief and they had all purple everything.
Yeah.
So I just took their stuff, put it on me. Now I've
Yeah.
got purple shield, purple
Yeah.
cores, purple implants.
And that
That's-
lasted you like 5 games or something.
It
You had
did.
that
I got to
forever.
use it for a long time. Yeah.
That's like the solo
Yeah.
loop that I do is
Mm.
if I lose a kit, on a run, I go free kit, and then what I do, I've memorized all the spawns on Dire Marsh, so I just beeline it to one of the nearest spawns every time, and hope that the guy that spawned there has a better kit than I do, right?
Yeah.
And get the drop on him, kill. I've had so many times where I go in with a free kit, and then it's 30 seconds into the match. I've got a long shot, blue shields, and waster shotguns, and
Yeah, it's real, and that feels
you're
great.
kidding. Oh
That
yeah, and you're
feels
like,
real good.
I'm 0 to hero in 30 seconds, man.
Yeah.
Do you think there is gear-based matchmaking?
Oh, I'm not gonna speculate on that yet.
I'm hesitant to speculate, but when I keep
I would
alternating
be surprised
between
if there's not, to be honest.
when I keep alternating between free kits and like when I take it in 10k kit, I don't know if it's all in my head, but I definitely feel a difference just on how people play, but the kind of kits I'm going up against as well.
Mm.
And obviously that we know that that's going to be a ranked mode thing as well, and we
Yeah.
know that there's a value on your loadout.
I wouldn't be surprised if there is, but it's not super strict because otherwise we
yeah.
wouldn't be able to go from free kit to purples because the purple
True,
would have no chance.
True.
But
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised, or maybe it's just freaking all RNG because I'm
Could
like,
be.
some people are like, if I play in the morning, it's really easy. I play in the night, it's really hard. I'm like, it's just freaking all over the place.
I play
Yeah.
sun up to
I have no
sundown.
rhyme or reason.
Know that I
Yeah.
sense the
Yep.
difference. Yeah.
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 Yeah, we'll see.
Uh,
I hope they never tell us though. Never tell us.
yeah.
No.
Don't tell us.
Don't
Okay.
tell us
Tell
about the
us.
matchmaking.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have any updates on the ARG map releasing? Like when we're thinking it might come out?
I don't know.
this
I know they've
weekend?
been putting
Weekend
out
after?
some new trailers now of Cryo Archive. There's a couple on Bungie's YouTube channel. I swear to God they said they were releasing it at the end of March. So it would be unfortunate if we're doing the ARG and it's like we're just unlocking it at the end of so it's nice. It would be nice if players are affecting it. Players are definitely affecting something with touching the screens, and
I feel like this is a Helldivers scenario though,
might be.
where we're doing stuff, but Bungie will change the scale depending on how many people are participating. Like if no one's
could be
doing
that.
it, you're gonna increase the value of like the community effort just so otherwise it won't unlock. So it's like they're probably just if lots of people are doing it, then maybe it's worth less percentage, to go like, and that's kind of what Helldivers did. Is like you had to do something, but like they were going to release it on the day they wanted to release it, not
Yeah.
like a random Tuesday.
If
when
it,
everyone's
if
at
that's
work.
true, if it happened on like a random Sunday and everyone's like, "Oh God, I gotta go to work," I gotta make sure that nothing bad's happening on Cryo Archive.
Yeah, like
It
so
would
I
kind of suck.
imagine, when it gets to the weekend, they'll make whatever you're doing worth more value, more percentages gained to try to like, open
Yeah.
the gates. Or they could just trigger it themselves really and just pretend like the community did it.
Yeah.
Which
Or
I think
maybe
is
they were
probably more
just maybe
likely.
they were guessing of when the community will unlock a thing. I don't know. It
It's not their
could be
first time
anything.
doing one, so they
They
probably
do
can't
have
remember
done
what
it
they
a
s-
lot. Yeah.
I can't remember what they said, whether is ranked mode dropping after. I think Cry will drop first, right? Then ranked mode will drop after it.
I have
That's
no
what they said in
idea.
their notes.
I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Talking of notes, they've been
Ooh,
punching
yeah.
out like patch notes pretty quick as well.
They have. And there's one thing that really surprised me in multiple ways is so people have been pretty unimpressed with the rewards pass for Marathon. Um they were like, you're just doing this for just like one character skin kind of sucks because like what if that's not the character I play? So Bungie was like, okay. And they're adding a bunch of different skins for other shells in the pass. And it's coming next month. They're not even waiting till like season 2 to start doing this. They're going to be adding it in the season 1 rewards pass, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
They're adding Arachne because Arachne faction doesn't have any shell skins. They're
Mm.
adding Arachne shell skins.
Yeah,
It's kind of it is weird. It is weird. It's like Bungie
feeling.
has a Bungie game on Steam that's like over 90% positive reviewed, which I'm like scary, weird. What's going on there? They're putting out things really fast. They're doing really well with listening to everybody. Like everything seems to be tested really well and really thought of well. So it's been nice. It's a positive Bungie experience. It's real good.
I would be prepared to throw some money at the screen if they dropped a Vandal skin that had the Mida faction guy Gantry, like his flashing graffiti face.
Yeah.
Like, are you kidding? Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yep.
Yeah.
They've also done like gameplay patches like pretty quick too. There was like a sneaky way to get into the pinwheel with a grapple hook, like through the air vents, and apparently they just got patched like mid games. Like it was no update needed. It was like server side or whatever you want to say, and it was just done. You just couldn't do it. People came to my chat and said, "Yeah, we just watched someone do it one game and then it was gone the next, and you couldn't get in there."
That's wild.
And they took out a complete mechanic, which they just thought was too easy, which was once again on Outpost where
Broken Wing there.
Yeah, Broken Wing. You press buttons to get in and you bypasses the key cards. And they were just like, you know what, this kind of feels too easy. So we're getting rid of it. We're getting rid of it until we work out how to make it a bit more balanced. Which is super interesting. They're obviously very aware of people like snowballing, and I mean, it wasn't it wasn't cheating or anything. It wasn't abusing anything. It was just too efficient for what
It just
they
didn't
wanted it to
align
be.
with what they wanted for Outpost, right? It was like we wanted people to be like doing these things in the match to gain access to this high tier area, and now people are kind of not interacting with that, and they're not interacting with each other. So yeah, it just didn't align with what they wanted. So they said they are gonna like rework getting into Broken Wing, but they're gonna do something a little bit different.
I always thought that Broken Wing should have been how the keys work, because the way the keys work at the moment is like you use the keys and it sets off an alarm and then everyone can get in. I was like, Broken Wing should be that, because you're like destroying buttons to get in through the security and it's like easier. You don't have to find the keys. Like that should let everyone in, like, and maybe dump more enemies in there. Whereas if you have like take the time to like find the keys, I feel like you should get in first. Like if you're efficient wiping the teams and getting the keys, the reward should be you get into Pinwheel before everyone else. But it was kind of the opposite. It was kind of like if you were first to Broken Wing, you get in first and no one else can get in and you can just rat it up real quick.
Yeah.
I don't think I've got anything else to say, Mel. I'm having a great time.
Having a great time. I'm just having a great time. I want to play more. I will play I'll be sitting there, I'm like, oh my god, it's like 7 p.m. I'm like, I've been live for
Yeah.
8 hours. Feels like I've been live for 2, maybe. It's crazy.
One more
this is why I
run. That's
love
what
it.
gets me.
I love
I
it.
could do one more.
love it.
I could do one more run.
I could do one more. I could do one more.
I can
Make
go
it quick though. Be fast, man.
I'm
Well,
glad
the
to hear
first-
you guys
first
are having
expo.
so much fun because this game to me was very much in doubt, like how much people were going to enjoy it.
Oh,
and-
same.
Mm-hmm.
I was not.
I didn't think I was gonna like it.
I was not a believer. I expected to bounce
I'll-
off this game before I hit the 5-hour mark.
Yep.
If I'm being honest.
And I was even a little bit nervous when I first booted it up, and I was like, "Oh, there's so many things I prefer in Arc Raiders," and it's just slowly grown and grown and grown on me, and to the point I'm like, "Okay, I really like where this is going. We'll see what the end game stuff looks like now, and the power progression I think is big. I feel like you miss out on that in a lot of like Arc Raiders skill tree, and its power progression is nowhere near as nice as Marathon. Like you started doing tree upgrades in Marathon, you actually like feel it with your mobility or your heat capacity or the first melee upgrade allows you to start one-shotting like normal ads, right? With
Yeah, the
a
white
with a
ads,
knife,
yeah.
which is just like completely changes how you can play solo. So it's great. It's great.
Yeah. I just today maxed out the Mida faction passive boost, which is your agility, which is plus 90 at the top end, and it
Man,
increases
that's
your
crazy.
plus 90 passive and increases your jump height, which is actually a huge
Oof,
deal because there's
yeah.
so many items in the game or objects in the game that you can't
They're
vault
just out.
with the
You're
state
like,
just out of reach. And as a solo
Mhm.
player, not having to double jump to give my position away and being able to mantle more
crazy.
things is a game changer.
Does
I'm
it make
already feeling the
noise
effects.
to double jump?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, any
so
like
the character I
ability you
play,
use.
Vandal, has a double jump that takes me higher, but it generates heat and it gives away at my position.
So bloody good.
Yeah.
So my big hope, this is probably the only big thing on my like criticism list, is like when the Svit come out, like I'm really am looking forward to new enemy types. I think that would be like my big like wish list. Like I think the UESC are okay, but I think Bungie can do it even better. So I'm interested to see how the Svit end up, and like enemy variety would be like my like big wish list, I guess, of because I think the game could feel like a horror game. Like if you're especially playing solo, if you actually start adding some more alien like
Yeah,
creatures
flora,
in there,
fauna,
like
yeah.
it's gonna be terrifying. And Diamarsh Nighttime will be especially terrifying if there were not just UESC, but like other marathon monsters in there, aliens pretty much. Like the four, obviously the Svit. You have Hulks. I can't remember their name from the first game, but yeah, there's a bunch of different enemy types that could be in there.
Yeah. There's a lot. I'm excited to see what they do with it.
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah.
Should we move on? Everybody done with Marathon?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm not
Yeah.
done with Marathon.
Did you play Ghost of Tsushima Legends, Briar? That's what I'm hoping you play.
No, I didn't even know it came out. I've been playing Resident Evil
It
like a
came out?
freaking schmuck.
This guy.
Have you played it?
Yeah. No.
What the fuck?
Well, I've been playing Resident Evil Marathon, Monster Hunter Stories,
I've been
Monster
playing
Hunter
Resident Evil.
Wilds.
And golf.
Good. I'm glad you're playing something.
And golf.
It came out 2 days ago.
Okay.
I
All
haven't
right, I gotta
heard
start
anyone
leveling
talk
up a
about it,
character.
so I have no idea.
Okay. I will play it for next podcast. I could guarantee you that because that's
Oh,
basically the
okay,
only reason I haven't sold this game yet. Just waiting for
Mhm.
this.
Good. I look forward to it.
Resident
Great.
Evil 9 Requiem continues to give. I'm really enjoying that. I'm slowly plugging through it. I just really enjoy the kind of the game loop of this, switching back
Yeah.
between the two characters. It's very fun. I still can't remember her name. Is it Grace?
Grace, yeah.
Yes. I am starting to come around on Grace a little bit more.
I love her awkward run. Well, but I think I do appreciate that it actually kind of fits her character. Like, this isn't her wheelhouse. She's just like a journalist, and then suddenly she's getting chased by freaking zombies. And so
Yeah.
she doesn't have that confident, like, I know what I'm doing run. It's more like,
No.
oh my freaking gosh, run.
it is fun, like switching between the two characters because Leon has that run, right? He
Yes,
is definitely.
He's like, no, this is my element. I live here.
Yeah. I still haven't gotten to the part where they explain like why anybody thought it was a good idea to send Grace to the place. You know, like
It does. Yeah, I know it doesn't make any sense. It
but
doesn't.
I'm hoping that at some point that will be explained. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to wait till DLC. But I have a lot of this game still left to play it, but I'm really enjoying it. It's kind of I have had to slow down a little bit because my wife actually kind of like caught a glimpse of this and she wants to watch. She doesn't want to miss
Oh
any.
yeah.
You know what I mean? She wants to see it as the
Oh,
story
okay.
unfolds.
No, that's great.
Also, she
my-
likes it when I get scared. She thinks that's very funny. She delights in my pain.
My best friend is a huge a huge fan of the series. He and his brother, growing up, that's how they bonded. So they live in different states now. My
Hmm.
buddy lives about just 10 minutes from my house. But for launch weekend, his brother took off work on Friday, drove up, and they put it up on his big TV, and they basically just were there for 2 days straight without leaving the apartment and
That's
played through
awesome.
it together as brothers, as adults. They're all both in their 30s.
Yeah.
But I just thought that was so cool. That's
Mhm.
what I love about games like that. So you say your wife was like, "Well,
I
I want to
love that.
watch." It can't have that sort of like communal and even cinematic sort of an experience when you do it together.
I
Yeah.
love that. That's
Yeah.
great.
Even the first game, I had a similar experience with it. We had about 5 people in the room play all the way through it
Uh-huh. Yeah.
as a group. And like we'd passing the controller around. It was very fun. And then that happened for Resident Evil 2 as well, actually. I kind of forgot about that until you just said it. It's pretty fun. It had the,
And if you like Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 9 is gonna have a lot of Easter eggs for you.
Do you ever
When you
miss
get there.
that like couch gaming experience we had as
100%.
kids?
100%.
Definitely.
It makes me a little sad that my kids didn't really get it. Like they got it a little bit,
Mhm.
like with the Wii and the Wii U, but mostly they just went straight to Minecraft. Like by the time they were 7 years old,
Yeah.
and then it was very much like still playing with people, but online people, not on the couch people.
Yeah.
Mm.
It is really nice when you have a game like that. I think Tomo and I we've done games that aren't necessarily co-op, but you're like handing the controller back and forth. Like Ori, we played through both Ori games like that, where we're handing the controller back and forth, and it's just really fun to do that. Like you can turn pretty much any game into like a cooperative experience if you're sitting there with someone passing the controller and you're both invested in the game, and yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We actually just
remember-
started. Oh, go ahead. You go ahead.
I remember when I was first moved out of home and was in a share house, and my roommates like didn't play games, but one of them saw me playing The Last of Us, and it was a little bit like you, Brian. It was like every time I'd boot up, she'd like grab some popcorn and be like watching along and like watching The Last of Us. It was so good.
That game
That's actually
is fantastic for that.
That's exactly what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. That was like made for couch gaming like that, social couch
Yeah.
gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you guys
Sorry
watch
if you
the
hear
series
Steph
they made on
screaming in the background.
HBO from that?
I didn't.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I did. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too. The first season
I-
I really liked. The second season was
I didn't watch season 2.
it
But I
wasn't
loved
as good,
season
but
1.
it was season 1 was fantastic. I mean, season 2 was still good, but it wasn't as good.
I thought season 1 was incredible, but yeah,
It
I
was.
never got around to seeing 2.
I got to play about 4 hours of Monster Hunter Stories 3.
Okay, that's out
Which,
now,
as
right?
of-
Came out today.
It's out in 2 hours.
2 hours. My bad.
Oh.
It's out in 2 hours. If you're in the US, it's out in 2 hours. This is the Monster Hunter Stories is always been like a spin-off of the Monster Hunter series, but it's the like turn-based kind of experience where you're raising the monsters. So they describe it as like 2 different factions. So in regular Monster Hunter, you're part of the team that hunts monsters to keep the ecosystem level. And then in Stories, you are like saving eggs and reintroducing them into habitats and like moving stuff around
Oh.
without killing them. So this is the latest one. You do not have to play the previous ones in order to play this one. And with Monster Hunter Stories 3, it really feels like the previous ones were a spin-off of Monster Hunter. this feels like it is its own thing.
Hmm.
Like the production value on this game is insane.
It
I'm just
looks
looking
really
at it
nice.
and I'm like, it's gorgeous. So people have looked at like the vertices and polygons and all that stuff of monsters in Monster Hunter Wilds versus Stories 3, and they have the same amount of detail. It's just a different art style.
Yeah.
So it's like
Right.
super high fidelity, really crisp, really clean. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous game. It's really involved in its systems. You know, they didn't just do like a little rinky-dink turn-based system. It's like fully fleshed out, really crazy thing. So I'm only just scratching the surface. I'm still figuring out how to do anything and remembering what I've been told. But yeah, it's really, really good. I just played the whole 4 hours. I'm like, oh my gosh, everything that happens, the cooking scenes, the food, the world, the way that how fluid it is. It's one of the most fluid feeling games I've ever touched in my life. It's
Wow.
crazy. If you're interested, the demo is still available on all systems. So you can try the game if you're interested in it. But yeah, it comes out in 2 hours. It's very, very good. Very good.
Nice.
I'll be able to speak about it more when 4 hours is like maybe the intro. So
Oh, really?
when I'm deeper into it, I can.
Did they
maybe
start
next
you
week
right
I'll
off at the
explain more.
beginning?
In the demo?
Yeah. Oh, you just
I'm
played the demo.
playing the full version. But yeah, I think the demo is just the beginning of the game because progress carries over.
That's
So
nice.
they
I like
just
that.
cap your level. It's so nice. It's so
Yeah.
nice to be like, hey, here's the beginning of the game. You can play it for 4 hours, 10 hours, 50 hours if you want. And then you don't have to worry about restarting again. It's really nice.
Yeah, I used to hate like playing a demo and it'd be like the beginning of the game, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna get this game, and then I just have to replay all that I just played. And if I
Yeah.
found anything or I grinded for anything, then have to regrind for that. Always
It makes
like,
you less excited to like
Yeah.
do it again.
yeah, and it's like a
Yeah.
bad way to start off the game because you're just like repeating something you did, maybe 3 months ago. I remember a lot of that. The PlayStation/PlayStation 2 era where you'd get like a game demo disc with a
Yeah, the
magazine,
discs.
and there'd be like the first level or something in a game.
Yeah.
Which was sick in its own way, don't get me wrong. But it is nice that you continue your progress now, going from a demo to, in most demos anyway, going from
Yeah,
that to
it's
the
really
main game.
nice.
It is a quality of life upgrade. Now, if only they would do cross save between platforms.
Yeah. You know what does Marathon? Marathon has crossplay and cross save.
That's nice. Did they come out with a Switch 2 version of this? Marathon?
Don't think so.
No?
No.
Is it?
That'd be a
Can you play it
negative.
on the Steam Deck? I know
Probably not.
probably not. They use the same.
Probably not.
That's too bad.
Because it's all Linux and anti-cheat and
Yeah. Man, cheaters ruin shit for everybody.
they do. They ruin everything.
sure
They
do.
really,
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah, and I
well-
wouldn't want to play a competitive FPS on like a PlayStation Portal or anything.
Right.
Don't
Yeah,
think so.
I think that's fair.
I mean, unless you're just not doing any PvP and you're just running around collecting salvage, maybe
Yeah.
running away.
Yes, we didn't say why Fran isn't here this week, but it is
Yeah, why
indeed
isn't
because
Franny?
he took a grieving day because today is the day High Guard officially shut down.
Mm.
So he's in all black. He's got his veil on. I
Pour
saw
one
him
out for my
earlier.
homies.
Their
Mhm.
checks don't clear anymore for him.
Yeah. He is
You
taking
think
some
he's wearing
time
the
away.
blazer, or did he retire it?
Yeah, he's probably got the blazer out. The blazer.
He's definitely got the blazer out. Yeah, sitting there drinking with his blazer on. Yeah.
Now I want to be there. I love drinking with Fran.
Fran is probably drinking. He's at GDC. So he probably is partying in the evening, partying up, getting drunk.
Sweet.
Although I don't know what the macros are in getting drunk. Probably not drunk. Yeah. Yeah. Probably not. A little
Yeah,
bit of a drink.
protein
Not too
beer.
much. Yeah.
Oh, The idea of just like putting like creatine powder into a cold beer and stirring it with your finger.
He put some broccoli in there, a little bit of Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
Brussels sprout
Jeez.
beer. I bet
Ugh.
Fran's all over that.
Brussels beer.
Just
Brussels beer.
for mince lentils.
Yeah. I can see that.
What else you guys playing? Is it just marathon all the time? You've been
Oh, it's just marathon all the time.
yeah.
Yeah, that's all I've done.
I tried to go back and finish Resident Evil because I was like, I could finish this in 2 streams. But I was
Yeah.
playing it, I was like, I kind of just want to go play marathon.
Yeah.
There's no room in my heart for anything but marathon right now.
I think also there's a thing of like, I know that with multiplayer games, if you're enjoying it,
It's
you should
good
play
now.
it now.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, that's
it's
right.
good
you
now.
might not like it in a month. It might be very different and not fun for you.
Yeah, I mean,
Where'd you learn that?
Every game I've played.
I've seen a lot of people like early days complaining about like wipes where you're like, I don't want to lose my progress. And I think we'll see the turn of people going begging for a wipe when you're against gold shields on doing a perimeter run.
Uh-huh.
You're just trying to get some
Yeah.
salvage. And
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
okay, it's time for a wipe. And like make it fun again where everyone's got white shields running free kits.
Right.
Yep.
And you can like, go over it, it resets the meta basically.
Yep.
But yeah, what's is right. Like it, and especially extraction shooters. Like when I played Tarkov, the first, and actually, Tarkov released a bunch of stats on this, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but like how much people play early wipe, and like the player base drops off the
Yep.
longer it goes on, and then they kind of return for the early wipe again. And basically PvP, as you get towards the end of a wipe, it just keeps going up and up and up and up and up until, because people finish their quest, they stop questing,
Yep.
they're just going out there to hunt down players, take their gear. They've done everything else. So yeah, I think extraction shooters are usually at their best like at the beginning on release, and then
beginning,
like
yeah.
after a wipe pretty much.
Yeah. And it's even Marathon's even got Tefty streaming. He streamed 4 days in a row.
Wow. I gotta
Yeah.
jump on in.
Tefty is streaming. He's playing. He's texting me. He's like, you have to play Marathon today?
There will be signs the apocalypse is near.
Yeah.
Tefty streaming 4 days in a row.
Tefty's streaming.
Yep. So if you missed Tefty, he is streaming recently. So get in while you can.
I'm just happy because I've always liked extraction shooters, but nothing's broken into like my Bungie friend group, and then this just has done that, which is kind of
has.
nice.
It's like everyone who quit Destiny years ago, people who liked Halo and didn't really get into Destiny. Like I think pretty much everyone I've talked to who liked a Bungie game at some point likes Marathon. Just very, very interesting.
Nice to have the crew back.
I gotta recommend people give it a fair shake. I know it's a $40 investment, but I mean I was not a believer. I had my doubts, and I don't like extraction shooters.
Same.
And I'm hooked on this game.
Yep.
I don't know. Bungie did it. They pulled it off, and to their credit, I didn't think they would, but they did.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Last week we talked a little bit about the shakeup at Microsoft. This week we got some news from Microsoft out of GDC, I believe, that they are working on a new console, codenamed Project Helix, that will I'm going to read a quote from Xbox on this. Project Helix is designed to play your Xbox console and PC games, delivering high performance and providing the ultimate player first experience. I thought that was pretty interesting. An Xbox that plays Xbox games and PC games. I do wonder what they mean by PC games, though. Well, I wonder what they mean by Xbox games as well. Because this thing is essentially got to be a PC. I mean, all the consoles are kind of PCs at this point. But what do you guys think of about this?
First I'm hearing of it.
Oh, really?
Don't know.
We've kind of we are a little out of the loop of everything, I think, because we've been doing like 8-hour streams, getting up, playing marathon, going to bed, play more marathon.
No room in my heart for
so
anything
like,
else.
what's going on?
Yeah.
What's
I mean, I think I pretty much summed it up there. It's
Mm.
it's going to be an Xbox console. They're planning on releasing it in 2027. We'll see if that comes true. With the multiple shortages of PC components. Microsoft has a lot of power in the industry. Maybe they'll be able to, depending on how early they put in orders, we'll see, if they can actually build this thing in 2027.
We don't.
Yeah.
So
But,
isn't
I
this
mean,
just kind of the same as a Steam box, but with Xbox on top of it?
it may be, right? Is it going to be a PC that has, a disc tray that can play Xbox branded discs? Will it be able to play Xbox One games? I don't see any reason it shouldn't be able to, because the current Xbox One is a PC with Xbox software, right? It's, but will it be able to run Steam games? Will Microsoft allow another, store on an Xbox? Would you be able to buy Steam games and play them on your Xbox, or will this be, essentially the Windows Store, but it's an Xbox, right? Will it just be like, hey, you can buy a game from Microsoft that will play on your PC and on your Xbox, but you bought it from Microsoft, not from Steam, where, I think there's been a lot of friction moving people off of Steam because they have these huge Steam libraries. They'd like to keep their games kind of organized and in one place in that way. And, Steam does a lot less evil than a lot of the other companies out there.
It does, yeah. Yeah, it kind of sounded like they wanted to make it to where developers can develop one version of their game for Xbox and it will work on PC and Xbox, and they don't have to worry about making like multiple different versions of the game to get it working. Which I mean would be great for Xbox, because currently all we hear is from developers is it's kind of a nightmare developing for Xbox right now. So having it
Yeah.
swing in the other direction would be
Sure.
great, because every game I see that gets announced, it's like PS5 and PC, not coming to Xbox. So
Yeah.
they need to fix
I
that.
definitely feel like someone's going to hit this market, whether it's going to be like the Steam box or this Xbox one, where it's like PC gaming is just continuing to get more expensive. And, I feel like console is starting to close that like technology graphical gap. And like, if there can be something that fills that and you're getting PC quality games on a console that's affordable, like, that's
Yeah.
The
sounds
affordability,
great.
I think, is a big thing. Yeah.
But
But,
they're
like,
probably just going to run into the same issues of building the PC, right? Are they going to be the same price as buying a bloody PC? Who knows?
so I was thinking to myself, is like, this might not be a bad time. Like, if Microsoft wants to really shoot its shot here, like a heavily discounted price on this thing to try and get it into consumers' homes would be an avenue where I think they could see some success, right? Where what's the current PlayStation Pro cost? Is it $700?
I have no
It'd
idea.
be something like that. I think I'd pay like 1,000 Australian. So yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, and the Steam box is expected to cost upward of $800 to $900. Like, if they could come in at a competitive price in here, maybe subsidize it based on the fact that they're going to be, basically getting 30% off of every game sold. I could see them having success here. I have very little confidence in Microsoft right now as a gaming company. So it's very hard for me to like say, do I want to build a library on an Xbox right now? And if they're, if this is going through their own store and I can't just play my Steam games on this, they gotta sell me on this somehow, and the only way I can see it right now is by price. They gotta sell me a fucking awesome box for a low price.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of got two issues. One is like the hardware and the price, and the other is like the services and the software. It's like they're not really excelling in either of those areas either,
They're
right?
not.
People are just thinking PlayStation for both hardware and PlayStation for both like exclusives and software. So it's like, you know, they got to do a double sell.
I
Like
think
you say, like,
to
do you
some
wanna-
point that's been bad luck though. It's like they've come out with so many games that could have been bangers that just kind of didn't. They just didn't have that magic, right? And like, yeah, you know, they own so many huge gaming developers now. Is that they're gonna these companies are gonna start coming out with games that we want to play. And if the only place to play them is on a Microsoft platform, well, we've all got PCs, so we're going to play them there, I guess. But
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
PCs get more and more expensive, you know, when at this point, every part of a PC is like going to be like four to six times the price as it was, you know, 2 years ago.
Oh, dude, I was looking at RAM. Normally, if I needed to do
outrageous.
something with RAM, I was like, oh, at least that's the cheap thing, you know? I can just
Right.
it's like super cheap. Now it's like, if you want good RAM, you're like $500,
Yeah.
$600. It's like the price of a GPU.
Yeah, graphics cards.
crazy.
Speaking of graphics cards, they've gone up in price tremendously.
They've gone up as well. Yeah.
Processors now are kind of the next thing that
It's getting crazy.
yeah, they think that it's going to really go off the rails price wise. Storage, if you want storage, that's getting more and more expensive because data centers and AI are just buying up everything. So it's like it's going to be hard to be a PC gamer unless you're, you know, very well off. You know, people still want to play video games. I don't know, I can see it. In kind of news that is close to it is Sony has now announced that their PC gaming initiative, they're shutting it down. They're not going to start. They're going to stop releasing Sony published games on PC. So like the upcoming Wolverine game, Ghost not Tsushima, Yote.
Yote.
You know, like these games, you know, the next Spider-Man game, whatever that's going to be, not coming to PC. They're just going to stop doing that. No real reason. They haven't said really why they've turned around. A lot of people suspect though that they're a little bit afraid of Steam and the Steam box.
Yeah, because it's like the same thing. Yeah.
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 I mean, they probably just worked out that they're making so much money off the PlayStation exclusives, they don't need to give them to anyone else. And they might as well double down on that.
Yeah, I wonder if it's a thing of they've seen what's happened with Xbox and because Sony games do really well on PC. Like they're always selling really, really well.
Yeah.
But
true.
seeing what's happened with Xbox and giving up their exclusives and like no, there's literally no reason to have an Xbox now. So I wonder if
Could be
Sony's just
that.
like, nope.
Well, we
nope,
don't want to
we
have
still
that
want to make
problem.
consoles. Yeah. No, I don't want that.
Could be. Yeah.
For Sony, it's a different thing than Microsoft, right? For Sony, it is a pillar of, you know, Sony as a brand. It is a thing that holds that company up when other parts of their, you know, their businesses
umbrella.
have floundered. You know, like Sony Music, Sony Pictures, even Sony Electronics have not necessarily like kept them afloat. It's Sony Gaming though really has done well for them in big ways for a long time now. So they're very protective of it.
Yeah.
Agree.
All right.
Oh, next week, I'll be able to talk about Monster Hunter Stories, but also next week, Crimson Desert launches on Thursday.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I got a copy of that coming in
Yeah.
the mail on launch day. I'm looking forward to that.
What day?
Nice.
On
Thursday.
Thursday.
March 19th.
Copy that.
Are we gonna have
What's
to
gonna
change the
happen
day
if-
of this show? The only reason we made it Thursday was because of the TWAB. Now all the games come out on Thursday.
All the games do come out.
They
on
do come out on
Thursday.
Thursday. They do all come out
Yeah.
on Thursday.
Like, do we need to
Yeah.
think about this?
We might need to. Yeah, maybe. We might need to. But I'll be able to. I think it launches at like 3 p.m. Pacific or something.
Okay.
So I'll have a couple hours in it. I can at least tell you a little bit.
Yeah, I'm doing the math.
how
What's
I
that
feel
mean to
about it.
me? It's 6 p.m. Eastern? Is that
Yeah,
right?
they put out a map of when
Maybe
it comes
you're
out
going the wrong
recently.
way, Briar.
That's like 1 a.m. Eastern time, I think. Yeah, so 3 p.m. Pacific at 6 p.m. in New York.
You're not. I was messing with you.
In
by the way.
Sydney,
good.
9 a.m.
I
They
could
don't
see
have
your wheel. I was like, I
Ireland.
gotta let him know I was joking because his brain broke.
You had me. I'm like,
Especially with the time change. Oh God. Yeah. It's
yeah.
been very confusing. So while I'll have 3 hours in it before the podcast. 3 hours. I technically could play it now, but I don't want to play it until I can stream it.
yeah, I
Sure.
can see why.
That makes sense. You want your community.
for sure.
I'm really
Moving
looking
along.
forward to this game. I saw like just some tidbits. They I guess they were being asked like, okay, this looks great on PC. Some people went and played it and said it ran great on PC. They're like, well, how's it run on console? So they sent a copy out to Digital Foundry. Digital Foundry was pretty impressed technology wise. I don't know how much they said about like if the game is fun to play.
Yeah.
But technology wise, it seems like it's running really well on consoles as well, which is great news.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm looking forward to this. I watched a couple of like people who played. There's some event where people played it early for like 6 hours or something like that. Like was Fighting Cowboy one of them?
Yep.
And game looks cool. I don't know if it's gonna have like the story hooks to keep me involved long term. I don't know if the world is gonna be interesting enough because it is an open world game. So it takes a lot post Elden Ring.
Yeah.
I am like never gonna finish this game. I'm already signing up to the fact that I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. I'm gonna play it a lot.
Yeah.
But
Never
I
see the
doubt I am going to finish this game. The map is huge. It's got every system from every game. It's got everything in it. So I don't know how I'm going to be able
Yeah,
to.
and not a huge desire to explain to you how things work, apparently.
end.
Yes. Yeah. Very not hand-holdy at
Yeah,
all.
it might be a
Yeah.
keep the phone nearby so I can Google how to do stuff game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it looks great. I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah, we will tell
Nice.
you about it next week.
Yeah. What else is coming up? There's like a lot of games that are coming up like right away. aren't
Oh,
there?
it's constant. Oh, also Pragmata got its release date moved up.
Oh, moved up.
So it's coming out on April 17th instead of the 24th.
Oh, that's
I mean 28th,
a month away.
24th.
Why do you think it
Yeah,
got moved
it's
up?
close. I have no idea.
Hmm.
Beats me.
Like it's done. We can just
It's
ship
done.
it if you want.
We're putting it out. Yeah, we can just put it out if
Okay.
you want. It's right here.
Is there anything else we want to go over today? We all want to go back and play Marathon, don't we? That's what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we can wrap
I
this
want
one
to
up.
eat dinner so I can go play some Marathon today. Yeah.
Yes.
Bye.
All right.
Nice.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We'll go. These guys will go play some Marathon. Maybe I'll check it too. You guys are doing a good job selling this thing.
You should check it. You should check it out and come play with us, Briar. That'd be so fun.
Is crossplay? If I get it on PlayStation, I can crossplay with you guys. I don't. I've not been playing a lot of PC games. I just want to be in the living room lately, playing on
I
consoles.
get that.
That's fair.
Yeah, but if the crossplay, yeah, I'll download it and see if I like it. All right, guys. Thank you all for joining us.
Bye.
We'll see you next week. Have a wonderful and safe weekend. Goodbye.
Bye.
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 The